Came back from the war zone. First, I'm going to show some of the terrain, resiliency, some of the things the KAWTHOOLEI Army is confronting, and the challenges that they face in the border area specifically. I think it's important to know that the situation in the KAWTHOOLEI area is real. This is, we're looking at real guns, real bloods, real bullets, real bombs, real people fighting for freedom. Good morning, General.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Well, today we have a wonderful day, beautiful day. For the greatness of God, it's a blessing that we stay alive. It's a great opportunity that we'll be able to work for our people. Never give up. Keep moving forward. And we will be there. Sooner or later we'll be there. So always keep moving forward.
General Nurda Mia, Karen KAWTHOOLEI freedom fighter, also a husband, father, soldier, and leader to the Karen people. General Nurda Mia is no stranger to the revolution, the rebellion, the insurgency, the guerrilla warfare in freedom fighting. He is a son of General Bumia, who once led the Karen rebellion over 30 years. During his brief visit to the United States, Nurda visited his alma mater, a private school north of Napa Valley, where he also learned to fly a plane and became a pilot.
This is Pacific Union College. Creative, inspiring, creative community. That's what we're fighting for peace. Not only peace outside, but peace of mind inside. Human beings need to have peace for the community, peace for the country, peace for the environment, the same.
Nurda got the opportunity to meet many Karens in law enforcement, in the military. We have Karens who are officers in the Air Force Academy, West Point, Annapolis. We have many Karens serving in the United States military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Position in women's rights.
I have a wife and 4 daughters, so what do you think?
Okay. They're looking at the drone. The drone, and these guys are right between the tree right there. They're right there. That's where they are. Okay, that's the Burmese drone now. So now the Burmese sent their surveillance. So they know we're here. We surveillance them, they surveillance us. So we gotta go, we gotta move. Okay. Does their drone carry bombs too? So we gotta move. So he's gonna try to take the drone out with this. Everybody's clearing out. That one bomb can't take out too many people. Only take out one person or 2 person, that's it. Hey, you guys gotta spread out a little bit. Hey, Nabul on the thought. What do you think, brother? We good?
That's good, that's good.
They just wanna maintain their position right there. But they're right there. You can't come into the war zone without being armed because obviously they target civilians. So these guys are out here all the time protecting the parameters because literally the Burmese military is just 2 miles away. That's very close, right? They come in with the airplane. They come 20, 30 at a time. They drop them at nighttime. That's how they reinforce their guys. We have to show our presence here as often as we can, so that way they know that they're gonna be up for a firefight if they do come out of their foxhole. So, but we just gotta make sure we keep the children safe because they're always targeting the kids and the people who are unarmed civilians. Again, this right here is the AR-9. It's the exact same one the Navy SEAL uses. But other than that, it's good to go. All right, so this is a church right here. The majority of the Karens are Buddhist, but there's also obviously because of Dorian Judson as a missionary, and a lot of Karens became Christians because of him, and as well as a lot of people in Burma in general. But over this territory right here is called KAWTHOOLEI, and KAWTHOOLEI means a land without evil. As you can see, the church, God-loving people for Karen people, as I said earlier, life, liberty, pursuit, and happiness. is not just for the American people, but for all of God's children, unconditionally, not because of the race or who they are, but for what they stand for, what this flag stands for. Is like, right? That's what this territory values. That's who they love, and that's what they want to hope to strive to become. And hopefully, the Americans can help. But at the end of the day, somebody out there will help, want to help. If not, we're going to end up being communist and ran over and become part of China, so to speak. So I think some of this area, the reason why a lot of people haven't discovered, because they're too busy fighting. We're literally in a war zone. The reason why we're armed, because we're only like 3 to 4 miles away from the Burmese military. They're heavily funded. They're backed by the Russians and the Chinese, and that's part of the reason why maybe the United States is not here. But I also know I'm not going to criticize America coming from America, because I do know that they were here in this part of the world in World War II, helping us fight off the Japanese. We're going to go see the kids, let them know they're constantly being protected by the soldiers here, so they can learn in peace and not have to worry about running into shelters and running away from being attacked by the Burmese military. Olage! Olage! Thank you. Take care. Peace. We have baby in camp. Little Korean baby boy. WW. Thank you. This world did not become what it is by people saying it's not my problem, none of my business, because as a human race, we're all connected. Somebody's got us divided for some reason, but we're all the same. But here we are, like brothers. I said, let's take pictures, man. Since we're here, it's not a good opportunity. At least we're not shooting each other. We have the Thai military and the Korean military here together, specifically the KAWTHOOLEI army. So since the rebels have regained some of this territory, they want to work with us, especially when it comes to drug trafficking, human trafficking. So this is joint coordinated effort. As you can see, this side right here, we're on the border. KAWTHOOLEI, this side right here, you see the Thai flag, it's Thailand. It's a big challenge. In addition to freeing the people, we're also working with other challenges that we face in this territory. This is obviously the wild, wild west, but they try to divide the Buddhists and the Christians. Look at this in the back. The Buddhists and Christians are back together, fighting together as one country, one nation. You have to realize the severity and the uniqueness, how special the situation is. 10, 20 years ago, these guys are killing each other. The Quran's Christians and the Quran Buddhists. Positive. It's in a positive direction. My favorite verse, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Landmine. He lost his leg from landmine, and matanaki agibao. Awe gibabe one kadulo dala buyotu. And I went here for your cop. He got shot in the arm. He recovered. He also got shot in the head. Recovered. Still standing, still fighting. We get our strength from God. It's a blessing for me to speak my language as well as English, so everybody can understand. Now you're going to see the prisoners. We get to interview the prisoners and also General Nada speaking about the conditions of the prisoners and complying with Geneva Convention and the rule of law and the treatment of prisoners, showing freedom of religion where one of the soldiers wanted to have a Bible, so we provided a Bible for him to read. The prisoners are eating together with like a family. They're getting the food with the fellow soldiers and the villagers, the children. They said that back in Rangoon, because they ran out of food, they have to eat rats. That's why I guess they're eating rats here, but they don't have to. This is beyond sad. Mingla ba? Mingla na nekin ba? You know, but mazaga na nefiore. These are the prisoners. They get a little place to sit together and talk freely. Creole, Kripo, Christian. You are Christian. Janza, Sheila. That's good. Janza Lujinala. He would like to have a Bible to read. Well, I'm gonna get him a Bible. All right. Hey, Kay, boyo. Where before with it, but the Mathio was in again. Me pop when it Mathi. There, when it's sniper. I would me point there. Bakaya. It's a local torture. There. So like for example, the situation was different where if these were American prisoners, the Americans would send their special op, the SEALs, and Army Rangers to come and rescue them. You think any possibility that the Burmese military will send special ops to rescue them?
Mm-mm. They don't rescue their people. The moment people they surrender to us, they consider them enemies and they want to kill them.
You're trying to hold on to humanity as much as possible. It looks like.
I'm a Christian and I know the law, and I graduated in the States. I've learned about international humanitarian law that we need to live up to, how to treat our prisoners. We have clear political objective and we have clear military objective that we need to achieve. Freedom for our people, fight for the oppressed people, fight for our people who've been oppressed for so many years to come up to the level where they can live peacefully in a country that belong to us, belong to the land that we're fighting for, which is we call home. KAWTHOOLEI is the name of our country. Even living in a war zone, we want to show international community that we're a human being.
It looks like you're not even fighting. You're not fighting just for the Korean people. It seems like you're fighting for the whole country.
We're fighting for freedom and democracy, and we care about 60 million people who've been oppressed under the military regime. Our soldiers are not afraid. We have brave soldiers here. They're not afraid. They fight with dignity. They don't fight people when they have no arms. They fight with their bravery. They fight because they have a political goal and military goal. But we're not afraid. We are freedom fighters. We only fight people who have arms against us. We challenge them spiritually and we challenge them in a battlefield. We show them about love, we show them about humanity, we show them about how to treat human beings. It's quite a big challenge.
Yeah.
Most people when they're coward, when they capture the enemies, they want to kill them right away. We don't afraid of them. So we show them. This is why we challenge them. You can kill the whole people in Burma, but you can never gain their freedom. You can never take away their freedom. We need to get the heart of the people. When the crowd, even some developed country who have good training, they say abuse human rights when they capture the enemies. They don't keep the law. We keep the law of international humanitarian law. I want to show to the world.
So when you say developed nation, so you're saying that you want your soldiers to uphold human rights, the Geneva Convention, like the developed nations like the United States, Israel, Russia, China. But I'm not being sarcastic or cynical, but you're saying that at that level.
Actually, we want to come up to keep the international humanitarian law.
Ask them how have they been treated? Okay. All I wanted to say was they have freedom of religion. They're able to worship anytime. I just asked them, are they able to go to the temple anytime they want, the Buddhist temple? So he's able to go. As a Christian, he's able to go to church, right? Yes, he's able. Okay, yeah, he's able to go. So, over the last year, he hasn't been able to read, but he requested a Bible, so I just wanted to give it to him. That's all. All right, so you got your Bible. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, God. Oh, he's got an arm. The Burmese soldier's got an arm. First time throwing I threw the football to the Korean soldiers, and I was able to throw the football to the Burmese soldiers. So it was a good experience for them and for me too. But I'll be leaving, God will. Hopefully I'll be back if I'm still alive. But other than that, thank you. So basically, the conversation is our enemies can take our life, our blood, but they can't take our spirit and our soul, what we stand for and what we fight for. And that's peace, justice, and freedom, and protect and defend our family and our way of life. I notice you pray a lot. You have a lot of faith in God.
God has fed me every day. And God has given me life. So I can live. I can think something productive when I do things.
What I see is that the Burma government hasn't changed that much. The army is still in charge. And so to me, we have to keep praying for them. We have to stand firm when they do wrong things, and we have to love each other and stay united. If the Burma army is sincere in wanting peace, peace means not just lack of fighting, it means justice. It means mutual respect. It means compromise. It means both of us willing to say we were wrong. It means building trust and reconciliation. So you can't rush any of those things, and we need to do it together, not just the strong, but to bringing the weak.
Our focus today is about human rights, freedom of religion, and standing together against injustice. In the book of Hebrews 11:1, faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see. Not just as Christians, but as human beings. We must have faith in a peaceful outcome in Burma, as well as throughout the world. Thank you, and God bless.
In these next clip, you're going to see the resiliency and the tenacity and the resourcefulness of showing how our people are, pretty much almost making their own guns and bombs, as well as other weapons to protect and defend against the military regime. There you go. This is a rocket launcher, right? RPG launchers. Is this a new one we just got? So you made 40 launchers. A lot of the weapons are, look, American made. This one right here is 1940, made in America. It's a carbine. You can say it passed down since World War II. And this one right here is M16, made in the United States. Probably came from the Vietnam era when the Vietnamese, over the next 40, 50 years, they sold them hand moved from Vietnam to Cambodia to who knows where, and then ended up here in the hands of the Karen military. But I'm 53. These guys are in their 20s, but still, there's no excuse. They always have to be ready. I think the stress and anxiety is really wondering if there's going to be jet fighters, drones, snipers, landmine, stuff like that. But other than that, it was a good day and it was a productive day. I learned a lot, and what I did find out with being a freedom fighter is not an easy life. No one has to do this. You could just do whatever the Burmese government say. Maybe life might be easier, but I think fighting for your land and resource, fighting for freedom is important. Like I said, this United States of America, for me as an American, I think it's pledge allegiance to the United States of America until the republic for which it stand, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And when I was 16, I was a naturalized citizen, and I gave my oath of saying, do you solemnly swear to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, so help you God? I said, yes, I do. And do you do this willingly, with free will, protect and defend the country, foreign and domestic, so help you God? I said, I do. And I think for me, my version is making sure that the United States does not come into this part of the world and have the same situation that they did in Korea and Vietnam, I guess. But I think they're people, the Korean people, and a lot of the ethnic people, I think are American-loving people. They love America, the United States. They said, so can you give me more of these? So those of you who want to donate and have more of these, they want more of these. I wear this with pride. That's who I am, but I'm just telling my story. And I'm glad to be here. Again, like I said, I think before my other clip, is that life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness is not just for the United States, and they believe in the greatness of the United States, which is that everybody wants freedom. Everyone wants the best for their family and their children. And I think freedom is worth fighting for and standing up for. I hope those guys out there who can see this video understand that for evil to prevail, all good people have to do is to do nothing. The world is where it is because there are people out there that said, this is my problem, this is my business. This world did not become what it is by people saying it's not my problem and none of my business, because as a human race, we're all connected. Thank you very much. And this is what it looks like. You got the children right here, and you got the bomb shelter. When the airplane comes, the jet fighter comes, you go in here. Hello. Hello. Oh, now he chokes. The shelter's right there. Got the solar.
And at the heart of China's interests lie the China-Myanmar Economic Corridor that you can see, a flagship initiative that promises to secure China's energy supplies while sidestepping the choke point that is the Strait of Malacca. If the junta crumbles, it risks losing control of crucial territories and pipelines, not to mention the rare earth minerals that are essential to its high-tech industries. With rebel groups gaining ground in those resource-rich regions, Beijing is facing increasing disruptions to its supply chains. And as the situation continues to spiral, China finds itself between a rock and a hard place. It is caught between supporting the embattled junta and maintaining a relationship with the increasingly powerful rebels with which it has no hold on.
I see a lot of challenges, but I also see a lot of opportunities, because those who want peace and freedom will work together with us to attain peace and freedom. If we want peace, we have to work towards peace. If we want freedom, we have to work towards freedom. And the only way to achieve that is to work together. And together doesn't mean being put in a situation where we're forced to be a union where there's no fundamentals. Obviously, for me as a business major in international politics, the question is who's going to pay the taxes, who own the resources, who control the resources. That's what it comes down to. And we also have to understand that in that part of the world, it's going to be very difficult to have independence without having some kind of mutual understanding with China, and specifically Thailand, because those are the border that we share the country with. So it's very important to be aware of that we're going from a frontier market into emerging market to developed markets. I think it's important that we also work on being self-sufficient, self-reliant on energy resources, water, food, transportation, but overall understand that we can't be exploiting and taking advantage of each other. We need to be aware of that and understand that. And I think everything will be fine if we just continue to understand that mutual respect and mutual understanding is a very important foundation before we can move ahead into working together.